Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about American history and American mythology and context and miscontext. Because I got some messages, which I normally do after I send people to a video. And one of the critiques of that video just runs right into a subject that I love to talk about, which is the difference between American history and American mythology. But because I'm going to talk about one of the critiques, I have to talk about the other one too. But before we get into that, just so everybody knows, when I link a video or something like that, I'm not co-signing everything on the channel. I'm not necessarily even co-signing everything in the video. It's there for a point. And the point in that case was for people who weren't around during the Cold War to understand MAD, understand nuclear triads, and get all of that information in a nice, neat little package and explain how long it's really been going on. The video does a very good job of that. The two critiques. The first one, early in the video, she says something like fearing the Soviets were working on their own bomb, the U.S. started their program, something like that. And there are a lot of people that are like, no, it was Germany. And, sent a couple messages about it. Yeah. I think, given the way the channel is shaping up over there, I think what she was trying to do was draw attention and additional context to the fact that at the time, during World War II, the Soviets and the U.S. were kind of on the same team, but the U.S. didn't tell the Soviets what was going on when it came to the development of the nukes, like they did, say, the British. They kind of kept them in the loop on what was going on, but they didn't do that with the Soviets. I think that's what that was about, and it's just a phrasing issue because it's the first video they put on YouTube. I'm sure they'll get the hang of that. I don't see that as a huge error, mainly because I don't believe that anybody who made that video is unaware of World War II. I mean, just looking at it, I don't think that's what happened. I'm willing to bet, she is aware of World War II in general, and probably Einstein's letter as well. So to me, that's just phrasing and being new to YouTube. But now to the critique that I actually find really interesting. I got a couple of messages. They all contained the exact same language that matters in this. I really liked that video, but it surprised me that she didn't mention that when the Russians pulled all of their nukes out of Cuba, Kennedy secretly pulled all of the U.S. nukes out of Turkey. But at least she said both sides saw diplomatic solutions. It just seems weird that she didn't mention it. Yeah, and of course this is about the Cuban Missile Crisis. And that's American mythology right there. The standard thing, and if you ask most people, they would probably say it just like that. The Soviets pulled all of their nukes out of Cuba, and the U.S. pulled all of their nukes out of Turkey in exchange. And Kennedy did it in secret, and for whatever reason, the Soviets really didn't talk about the fact that he did it. That's what is widely believed. But is it true? Because it's a new channel over there and the whole gig seems to be providing additional context, I'm not going to go super deep into this, because if it was me, I would want to do a follow-up video and get into all of the details. The super short answer is that there are more planets than Jupiter in the solar system. There are more weapon systems than Jupiter in the U.S. nuclear arsenal. Quick timeline. In 1959, the U.S. put, keep it simple, gravity bombs, bombs that come out of airplanes that were nukes in Turkey. In 1959, they also put in Honest John systems. In 1961, they put in Jupiter systems. And then, I want to say it was 1965, could be wrong on that one, they put in, 8-inch howitzer nukes as well. To this day, right now, this minute, if you were handed an all-access pass to U.S. military installations in Turkey, and you just started walking in and out of the structures, eventually you would find yourself in a room full of a whole bunch of stuff that, according to American mythology, isn't there. But it is. In fact, we've talked about it on the channel before. The U.S. still has nukes in Turkey to this day. And we've talked about how it is my opinion that we should probably remove them. They don't really need to be there. But there's a whole story that goes along with this. And I don't want to get too far into it, but the first critique that people are making, bad phrasing. The second one, no, that's, to me, it sounds like somebody who knows, as Paul Harvey would say, the rest of the story. I mean, let's be real, it's the U.S. Have you ever known the U.S. to play fair on the foreign policy scene? There's a reason that was phrased the way it was. And yes, Khrushchev definitely sought to avoid war, sought diplomatic means. And the fact that the Soviets really never hammered the U.S. about removing the Jupiter systems, which, let's be real, they were pretty much obsolete. But the fact that that never became a huge thing that was widely talked about for all that time indicates that peace was way more important than political posturing. So if you are somebody who is wondering what Khrushchev's real position was, when it came to that topic, he was definitely somebody who was looking for peace. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.